As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Look at the perforations.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Gotta have the different rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
What about the next? What about the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Count them individually.
There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
What about the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations. That's it. There are many of them, and they are right. The meaning of the perforations remains opaque to you.
Look at the shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. In the middle of a broken plaza, in a cone of light, barely visible.
Ah, Martinez. Let me see. Right here. Oh yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt-out quarter.
All of them worse than here.
Hey Kim, what do all these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's good.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Wait, 18 years I've done this? Got drunk like a megastar. I walked the land telling whores and liars of the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. Probably some boring office job, same as everyone else. I felt like I just went around apologizing all the time. Do you really think I have an idea?
Fair point. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see, wow, more than 200.
Is that a lot? I would have thought there'd be more. Is that a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
So you're saying I used to be a super cop?
Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
Confirmed kills. That sounds pretty evil. A drink would soften that feeling.
That's not too many. It's now a good time to pour one out for the fallen.
Definitely not.
So I'm a killer?
That's right. A killer of human.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the... There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually... But it seems as though you are, or at least were.
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
How do you handle the strain? You've killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what? Maybe I should find a hobby. Hobbies are lame. Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a
Why
hobby.
not gardening? You've already got the yellow gloves.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Thanks for this.
The lieutenant nods.
Okay, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
He processed a remote control key.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
"18 years, case software, and 60 people code 3, honor 3. Ooh.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Rip. The spring thaw must looking up at the sky. Cold, grey sky, your shirt. You're not dressed. Sheets of the ruin, urban coat, coal city, the skyscraper. Will you ever go there? No, you are just one of the hundreds of thousands who watch them. The sky. Will you ever go there? Your hair sticks to your forehead. Urban coat, coal city, and your hair. There's a fleet. The great gates of behind the gates. Heaps you. La Jussi Couron. A silvery curtain of rain over the houses. Capeside. Hallways. A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. Cold. A traffic jam. The road ascends. A raised motorway loops to be in standing in the rain.
Have a brother in the cut. Have a brother in the
To be in Martinez, standing
Have a brother in the cut. Where the wood at?
in the rain, your vision blurs. Coalition era a traffic jam. The road
Have a brother.
to be in standing in the rain, your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink. Sheets of the ruins of the sky. Will you ever go? Your hair, your hair. There's the great you shut. 2 green snake collapsed storm drain.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
I'll do this already.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
My bad, guys. Oh no, shit. I gotta go to the bar.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging. It's just a but. It
Hello again, sweet.
the worker, isn't it?
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state because someone on your staff had put them there. Who else has key to the trash container?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. Two men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
Thank you anyway.
Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state.
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
Thanks. Let's talk about something else.
Yes. Have you? Yes. Do I have?
He sounds irritated.
Am I smiling? Do you? That's right. I'm the cafeteria manager. I'm glad we cleared that. Was there anything else?
What you want is a goddamn drink. Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
I want a fucking drink, asshole. You don't understand the seriousness of the situation. I'm an alcoholic. I need my fix. I am an alcohol operated detective. He wants me to clean up the dead body, so they need to insert alcohol into my mouth. Find that I had something else I needed.
Even more reason for me not to serve you, sir. Was there anything else you needed other than Do I have a shame?
He sounds irritated.
Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling? Because I'm not a...
What you want, play it calm. This man needs to understand you...
Well, you're not getting it!
This is a thoughtful exchange, but can we move on, please?
Do I have a...
He sounds irritated.
Am I smiling? Because I'm not a
What you want, play it calm.
Like what? Do I have a shape?
He sounds irritated.
Am I smiling? That's right.
What you want, play it calm.
Like what?
The man ponders his cooking.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Take one step closer.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
She means it. The fear is real.
I just want to ask you some questions. Take another step closer.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Child, converse with me. You there behind the fence. Walk away.
Murder was the case they gave me.
She's almost finished behind the fence. Only the top on the fire remains.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games.
Get the fuck out of here, face. You got...
I'll die before You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind.
I'll die before
Kuno's got this.
Boys throwing rocks at dead body can't be other than 12.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
Yells the other kid behind the fence. Hey kid, award police business. Moment of your time, please.
Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
The children ignore you.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Hold on, what does that mean? Stop throwing rocks at my crime scene. Stop using slurs at my crime scene. That's not how we. That's not how we do it.
Fuck that! Kuno, yeah! Right in the mouthhole!
They pay you no heed or pretend not to notice you.
Shits himself.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno is not a god.
Goddamn right he's not a gardener. He's an athlete. Every rock connects, making the battered corpse look just a little bit worse for wear.
Kim, what should we do? Are you kids siblings? You got a good hand, kid. Look, I have a question.
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
Buddy, what do you know about it?
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
FBI, what do you want to know?
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there.
You have no idea what the usual is. Just ask whatever comes to mind.
You know how it got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
You didn't see it happening?
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Oh, okay. Where did you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking
He looks around trying to come up with something.
Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
Where's Night City?
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant. Probably you heard Kuno. I don't know. Mesk or
Okay, about the dead body.
yeah. Kuno didn't smoke him, if that's what you mean.
Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
End of conversation. Very strong. You should be this stoic.
Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
More on this later. Right now, let's talk about something
You're
else.
testing Kuno.
Get lost,
The fuck about it? You're testing.
Get lost,
About the crime scene, you kids often play in this yard. I gotta ask who is. Yeah, about the crime scene, you kids often play in this yard.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it?
The dead man clothes were in the trash container. Point to the container. How did they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. It could be leading the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene. Right about okay, the first one.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
No, no. Kuno, you don't know anything about the tampering and investigating. I already have pants. Alright, entertain me. Wait, I asked you what happened to school.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that up there. Now, you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
Alright, entertain me. What's so great about this?
Hey, these are found modulars, liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
So believe it, you need this shit. He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at the plastic wrap pants. They are graffiti black and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
I might be interested in the pants. Let's talk about this later.
Alright, Pico, shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
Let's see, there was also a mug in the trash. That ladder, yours? What's in the greenhouse over there? That yours?
No, it's not fucking Kuno's. It's ancient. Look at it.
He thinks you're fucking fool, Kuno. He says you climb the ladder up to your magic tree house.
An evil squeak comes from behind the fence.
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Kuno doesn't have a magic treehouse.
What's in the greenhouse over there?
Dunno. Kipta's gardener used to work there.
Hold on, the gardener used to work there? Wait, what did you mean by Kipt? You mean the young woman by Rolling Rags, that gardener?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Yeah, her.
There was also a mug in the trash.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yes, does this racist mug have anything to do with it? Yes, does this adequate depiction of a South Samaritan man have anything to do with it? Yes, does this quaint, better not taken out of its historical context mug have anything to do with it? Yeah, actually talking about them, this makes me uncomfortable to stack up a notch.
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene. Cleaned some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique too.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
I'm gonna have to separate them. I might have questions later. For now, let's talk about something
Yeah,
else.
whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
I gotta ask, who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
Kuno sounds like something you'd call a rabid dog. So you refer to yourself in a third person. Kuno, is that some kind of gang name? Got it. I have another question. I'll do the first one.
Yeah, think about it. Think about that rabid Kuno shit.
He seems glad someone understood what he was going for. But right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
That thing behind a fence starts squatting, shrill and violent like a fire alarm.
Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the window overlooking the road.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
I'm not doing anything, see?
Help! He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out!
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
Look at his shit-eating grin. He knows there's nothing you can do to him. He's bullying you, and you are helpless. Kill him. Kill him now. He won't see death coming.
Put you up to this.
No one? Kuno's doing this because he likes it, pig.
This is where Kuno establishes dom.
Help! The pig's gagging him! Kuno can't speak!
Someone put you up to this.
You put him up to this yourself when you decided to.
Listen to your friend.
Forgot to put you up to this.
Kuno owns the fat ass. Help! The RCM is trying to fuck Kuno!
Who put you up to this?
Know what?
This is
Help! The pig's gagging him! Kuno can't speak!
You put.
Listen to your friend.
Kim, did you do
Yeah,
this?
we're all in this together! The Banani Poiko's loose.
the lieutenant doesn't.
Help! The RCM is trying to fuck us!
What is this sick charade?
No! Get up, Kuno, you sick fat fuck! Look. I know you wanted to hit me. You got that I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look that Kuno's dad gets. The murder look. The rage look.
Yes, but I didn't act on it. It was just a fantasy. Yes, how do I get back to it? I want to go back to that thought. How do you know that? You can see inside my head.
It's good you said that. Here it is. Here we go. Kuno likes this. Oh no! You pussied out again. Shouldn't have done that. Kuno's gonna bitch you out now. Kuno's gonna pass you around like candy, fat boy. Pass your fat ass around. King Kuno!
Backing up was a bad idea. Now he
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch! You're gonna be.
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever!
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch. Ask your questions, but remember, this chick.
Click, 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 click!
The fuck about it? You're
Get lost!
Kuno's Kuno. You already know that slow shit. Kuno thinks you have brain damage or some shit. Kuno
Kuno, stop being nice to the pig! Step away from Kuno!
ease off, see. Don't be telling Kuno what Kuno can do. What else you want, pigman? Kuno doesn't.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
What are those strange words you use, girl?
I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me. You
Don't be traumatizing here.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
Look
A
down.
cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
There he still is, looking right through you with his white.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno does.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
have a right to work.
His voice is the loudest of the lot, and Ali is screeching for a man his size. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, oh then, yes.
Couldn't handle us. Cause gives the workers strength, gives them power. We have a right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of a cause are we talking about? I don't think I've chosen any sides yet. Regardless, I have some questions for you. See, me too, I don't think I've chosen sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
What kind of cause are we talking about?
Rights of people, rights of workers, to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families.
Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like, are we not allowed to make a living here? Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scab.
The Lordyman hollers in return. I want to get into the harbor too. What is a strike? Who are all these strike breakers? Look around. What exactly is your goal here? What is a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shifts uncomfortably in his workers' overalls. What do the strikes want?
Beats me.
Strikers want.
Mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
He raises his fist and starts shouting again.
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs underneath his tight-fitting shirt. This man is in shape. There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting, what does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what.
Yeah, it's naked. I want to get into the harbor too. What exactly is your goal
We
here?
were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you are unable and you are unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get into the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer, have you considered storming in, like all of you? Why don't you just talk to them? Wait,
Huge Seminoles guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind it.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on another bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Have you considered starting out like all of you? Why don't you just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now. If you can't get in.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then, we charge.
A perfect, lightly bearded. I want to... Who are all these shield breakers?
Honest men and women, with rights, to work, to be useful. Not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily grained military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, I gotta ask. Where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Deep set suspicion drips from every syllable. Curiosity going to figure out the strike mess. Routine part of the investigation. I thought you looked real familiar for a second there. Going to figure out the strike mess.
Big mess, caused by Union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
Alright, yeah, I got brothers.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
A bouncer? Where? I freaking a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know. Sweet, I know bars. Been thrown out from several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar. I don't really drink, but work has taken me to some. Which one was it?
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Yeah, I think I've been there. Not right now, but I might have been there. I don't remember things well.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago. What's it to you? Big mess, caused by Union greed. But I only... We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain. Worked at Territorial. Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
I want to get into the harbor too.
When a bunch of beats meet.
There's something odd in the way. Fine. It was probably nothing.
Have fun. Union shits are on strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here, behind the hostel cafeteria there. This is an official matter not to be discussed with outsiders.
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This really is in my area, Vix. I don't know. The truth.
We are not picking a pity.
Let us work! Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think I know nothing about a murder.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Interesting.
Absolutely nothing.
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading game.
We are not picking pity.
Let us have fun. I know nothing about it.
The mention of a killing sends a
What are you talking about?
yes and dangerous.
Right to work!
Why not? Pity.
Let right to
Yes?
The greater Rishon Industrial Harbor.
Hola, wandering man.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
What do you mean my body betrays me? My body does not betray my degeneracy. My body is unimportant. I'm with the police when need.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
Stop. Puff out your chest, still singing.
What is this androgynous display of sexuality?
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic.
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman. This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
You have succumbed to Al Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Wait, Al Ghul? Swear breath, Kim. Is it really so bad? You're right, I'm an alcoholic now. I need to enter the harbor. I don't have a problem with Al Ghul. I just drink a little on the weekends.
Yes, Al Ghul.
But what is Al Ghul?
Al Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison, a parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
You mean alcohol?
Correct, my small skull servant.
It's really So bad.
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
You know, if I need you to open the door to the harbor.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is...
Show him the ham still got it.
Actually, I think the ham sandwich race still has it in him. I am the police and I need you to comply now.
Jerking motions. Signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right?
It is, baby, yeah. You.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Come on, I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back. Push.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, the walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard. No, don't rip into anyone. You're sensitive. Remember? Communicate.
You served the Union, don't you? Aren't they white? Know anything about the smug? What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
True. That is a noble cranium. But you got a hard noggin yourself.
You sure I'm not a craniometrically superior to you? You're right. That's craniometric perfection. My right doesn't understand it.
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation.
What else?
It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al Ghul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs. This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur la Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of Ubi.
Interesting. So one of my ancestors was Sur la Clef and the other Vesper?
Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Rivasholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of alcohol. That is the only reason you are here.
He's right there. It's almost impossible to get it on unless you're both drunk. It's too scary when people are sober.
You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden.
Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life? You keep telling yourself that. I'm sorry. Of course, I understand now deeper.
Mr. Claire is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic. Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs? Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Okay, I'll ask, who are the Seminoles? I don't really know who the Seminoles are. I've recently experienced head trauma. Wonderful, I need to enter the harbor now on police business. Wonderful, we're done with this line of inquiry. Let's do the second one.
I can see that. The Seminoles are the South Island race, haplogroup A4A, the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulumbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pay.
I am a descendant. The North Street. So you didn't. So you did come from the islands. So you did not come from the islands. Understood.
No. I have heard about it.
He would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the
So you're not really Seminoles. You're just from Revachol.
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Seminoles strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting into the harbor.
There must be some friction there.
Mr. Clare is a man who also to serve is not. Of course you are, Revacholian man. The failure of communism to challenge the world order is the core of your race fate. All above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Stop explaining yourself. No one cares about your beliefs. The conversation has moved on. Tell me, what degenerate subculture has made you dress in this shameful way? Of course it does. You are a degenerate individualist and a rock and roll rebel. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race. The South Island race. We are the... I am a descendant. No.
He would be appreciative.
I'm from Kur. You have heard enough about our
So what do you think about
phylogenetic
this?
secrets.
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one. They're always it.
Race is reality.
I think this racist...
That is understandable. The previous racist was probably...
These cops are just jealous, Jean-Luc.
Know anything about the smug?
He does not so much as glance at the
Know anything
object.
about it? This is your kind of thing.
Stop showing me your pathetic...
Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts monks into trash? There must be.
Mr.
He looks toward the hub. As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Where's it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at
Actually, now
lights,
that I hear
and they
it, the
solve
office
shit.
seems to sound weird together.
What are you, deaf? They're perfect, like rock star politician and drug addict teacher.
Yeah, that's me.
Embrace the superstardom you've worked so hard to establish. Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen, Salam Rocky Baye, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera.
Wait,
lights.
what's this about a ludicrous fantasy world?
Yeah, you know. Beneath it is just heartbreak, a pulmonary tract infection, atherosclerotic disease. This is where you say action and reconceptualize all that. Reinvent it as the world's first celebrity police officer.
Fucking action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
race descent has only worsened since.
Hola, wandering man.
Imagine
How can I
it
help
go
you?
out for me. Could you help me with that? Simone?
Sorry. Busy surveying the situation. I'm sure you'll figure something out. Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending to infiltrate harbor machinery. Maybe you could even not. Or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right?
Yeah, that's probably.
Because we don't. We don't have air support.
I get it. Hush hush about the secret technology.
Something changes in his disposition.
All right, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with Jean-Luc there, out of solidarity to the RCM. It's low in tech. First, don't fight him, obviously. Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate. Admit your lack of expertise. Basically, grovel. That's how I do it. You're welcome.
Maybe that would work. We'll have to see.
Hola, wandering man.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself.
Yes?
Hola, wandering man.
Right to
You don't have any tips on how to punch a guy out, do you? Such say a really big guy.
on you! Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped.
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight Measurehead first. Return if you fail.
Here we go.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
I'm a cop.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
Oh, fuck shit.
Your hand twists in his grip and the pain blinds you. Still you press the words out of your swollen mouth.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians. Because that won't get up. I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hook.
But he's the one trying to provoke me, okay? I won't. I was trying to assert phenomenon, but I was fighting bad on Sevilla. That's a hero. Can promise that I'm gonna attack him.
The lieutenant groaned. That's right. You should do it.
Yes?
guess getting past the man ain't that simple after all. So, what now?
Nice aggression with the native. Don't let the chief fool you next time. You don't need to be that up in his face. Leave yourself space to move.
Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick.
Let's talk about our right to work. No, I'm not a fighter. I'm a worker. No.
Mazovian socioeconomics. 0.000% of communism has been built. Evil, child-murdering billionaires still rule the world with a shit-eating grin. All he has managed to do is make himself sad. He is starting to suspect Krasmezov fucked him over, personally, with his socio-economic theory. It has, however, made him into a very smart boy with something like a university degree in truth. Instead of building communism, he now builds a precise model of this grotesque, duplicitous world.
Right to...
Hola, wandering man.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go. Your race descent has only worsened.
Lorry stuck. A lorry stuck. The windows are clear. They've been The woman still has nothing. No. gold monument stands in the middle.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and as you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin.
Now, that's enough.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
10-4, come in. Firework, over.
Wait. Before you say anything, you're going to be...
10-4, sir, I'm not hearing you. That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-4.
Does he actually want something, or is he...
He asked if... For God, sir, so, understood, sir. Roger that. 10-10.
It's raining again. It was clear just an hour ago.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench.
We can sit on benches after we've solved.
You can revisit the bench.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle. I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to Angry Hog René first.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
Look, in his hand, going into his mouth, the sandwich. It's hauntingly beautiful.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions.
You gonna ask what
never.
game it is first?
No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
Whatever your time for this.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time has frozen.
Taking the surroundings.
A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
Feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
There is time for the last glance inward. Who am I?
An embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Behold the fear and confusion reflecting in the eyes of the two feeble geezers. They are in awe of your superiority. You are a god to them. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
The inertia can be continued no more than a bullet leaving a gun. Let go. Be the bullet. Here we go.
Merde! Bordel de merde! What the hell is your problem?
Not a weak right trash this a problem, but I understand I'm a god of track and field. Why would I have it?
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
I'm sorry. Wait, what? I'm sensing again. I don't understand.
You vandalized our game, son. We can't play petanque with 5 bull.
Sorry, Nananste, are we good? Pre-tank, oh. Oh, Patanki, I understand. I thought it was...
No, we are not good, goddammit. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
Okay, we'll try to fix this.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
Just talk. It'll smooth things over. Old people like attention.
Do you know anything about the man hanging in the backyard of Whirling in Rags? You seem to be playing in the crater. I saw the statue of Felipe III near the runabout.
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
Well, you don't have a problem with cops.
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know anything?
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
Continue.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
You seem to be playing in the crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Was it made by Sea Monsters Rising from the Depths? Was there an earthquake here? Do you know what created it?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Heavy artillery fire, you say? That's the best kind of artillery fire. Very interesting.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire, but why?
Why what?
Why was our heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Did you use artillery fire against them? Maybe we can do this history lesson later. Who are the communists again?
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
Why shell them here in Martinique? They should have chosen a place away from people and buildings. Look around, I understand. I'd bomb this place too.
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
Beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generations.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other two are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Death blow sounds grim. Nod thoughtfully and turn to look northeast. Shake your head and look down at the crater. 2.
This here is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Hold on, the coalition? Is that why everything is so bombed out? Ah, that explains all the war damage. Hold on, the coalition?
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil.
Is that why everything is so bombed out?
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
He approves of this radical approach, knows it was necessary.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
That's how it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for the hard working class to take over. Foreign powers cleaned up our mess and now they rule us. Shake your head in shame. The coalition seems quite capable, actually. Commies just don't understand how money works. Nothing. I don't think I just do.
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol. Or even if that damn clan Frisell had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
Who is this Frizzell? You mentioned Golami. What exactly is a suzerain? Who is this Frizzell?
Damn Frisell. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
You mentioned Golami?
A true king in both blood and mind, led Revachol before Frisell. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
What exactly is a suzerain?
The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
I saw the statue of Philippe III near the roundabout.
Ah, yes! King Philip III, on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
Cocaine. Cocainum. Sounds like our kind of king. And just imagine what kind of cocaine a king would have had.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
How should a true king rule? What was that about cocaine? How should a true king rule?
Decisively. without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Seems to me a leader should take care of his people before himself. Powerful leaders not afraid to do what must be done. That's what this country needs. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Let's do the second one.
Revachol would be a different place if more people realized that. We could still be...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
There's some wariness in his voice now. He's heard this rant many
The
times now
Carabiner
before.
doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve. No one and nothing can change this man's mind. He is as rigid as they come, still in that antique uniform. It's a symbol for him.
Decisively, without fear of offending. A nation is only as strong as its...
Don't get started.
The Carabiner. No one and nothing can change this
What
man's
was that
mind.
about cocaine?
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
You can't even take the responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler? That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine, for clarity of vision, to aid in their work. Regnum cocainum, Revachol's finest years.
I'm satisfied with this explanation.
Of course. Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Philippe III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. Her court made him administer the dose to his mother when she was in labor. And it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
Higher realms. Of course, it all makes sense.
What was that about higher realms? Sounds interesting. Such responsibility requires a boost every now and then. I sometimes need one too. Seems like irresponsible behavior for a monarch. Drug users shouldn't even operate heavy machinery, much less rural countries. Thanks for clearing that up. I have some other questions now. Let's see. What was that about higher realms? Sounds interesting.
It's really not. Please, do spare us the cocaine fairy tales.
Yes, indeed. We're not here to investigate the drug trade of centuries past.
Oh, hold Philip.
You can't give. That's what
I'm set.
Of course.
Philippe's it.
Higher realms. Of course, it all makes sense.
Please, officer, don't encourage him. Do spare us the cocaine fairy tale.
Yes, indeed. We're not
Think
here
about something else.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota.
The what? Sounds like my stomach is growling. What is my lower intestine going on about?
Evening falls. The time has come to take the vow. The vows are blood and flesh.
What is my lower intestines going on about?
Lower intestine? The term is metabolic and circulatory system.
Okay, but what's the hard stuff?
Fascism, Brota.
What is fascism, though? Okay, stomach, I've made up my mind about fascism. What is fascism?
Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachol's problems?
Foreigners, financiers, leftists, academicians, liberals. I thought you were my circulatory system.
Quit stalling, Bruta. We're talking about the weakest, worst, most insane thing. The weak link.
Liberals.
Yes, them. Women. Women. Men of war. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing alcohol. Woo men need to go back to the fucking kitchen. That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. But the main thing is that woo men need to know their place.
Am I having some kind of stomach seizures?
Stomach truth. You're having a stomach truth.
Why am I getting this?
Because you've said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said them many times.
Fascism sounds so bad, though. What if we called it something else, like traditionalism? I agree with that.
Okay. Yes, let's call it that. Good thinking.
Okay, stomach, I've made up my mind about fascism. Proceed to the judgment.
You're going to keep your vooz, right? Keep your vooz, Brota.
I will keep my vows for the glory of the revolutionary nation. Let's do it.
For the nation, smart. Best not to mention the woo men too often. That's why you're the head and I am the stomach.
No, fascism is about ancestry and politics and nationhood, not women. I'm absolutely okay with women.
Of course you are, Bruta. Of course.
Pat your stomach. Finish that. Okay. Due to some confusion over the game, Rain and Gustin are playing. You threw one of their Pantique bulls far into the sea. The shot was excellent, but now you owe them a bull, or at least similar looking metal sphere. Okay.
I have really outdone myself. This is divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat ass of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Looks delicious. Points to the, can I have a bite of that?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food.
The only one you have.
Please, man, can I just have a bite of it?
Oh, that's good. That's very good. You must have other business then?
Tell me, what do you know about the dead man?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Come on, you must have heard something. Really, you know absolutely nothing? You can have something. Really, you know. Really, you know absolutely nothing?
No, officers. I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose...
Respect!
Sounds a bit like you're holding back.
I'm not even anyone...
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even...
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard.
And who is this Evrard you know?
Evrard Claire. Everyone in Martinez knows the Claire brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history, only heard about it years later when it had...
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity is ancient.
Are you a union member?
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me.
In many ways?
Oh, yes.
So you're not an actual member?
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little thing.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Vezavane. Turns the way the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
What are the little things you do for Everett?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
What kind of things do you write for him?
Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I had these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Thanks, that's all for now.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
I wanted to ask you about the union again.
Sure, officer. No.
Right for now. Okay. Enormous bulls worthy of a real man.
The dented yellow mailbox. The mail collection box has no faith.
To Roundabout North. The ad reads, welcome to window tip, says windows. If you had a bag in your hand, perhaps you could collect these bottles and sell them.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk, the ring of metal.
Put the handle look inside.
The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry, different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape. The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it, its leaves ripped from it by the winter wind.
Hang in there, little one. There are ruins of some kind of building there.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
Hang in there, little one.
The little brave birch tree seems to wave back in the wind. This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Poor little viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Vandalism.
Probably some kids.
Look
A
inside.
thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onak written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast, studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows. A thick lake under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the church looks old and weather-worn.
A splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. You hear the distant squall of seabirds. Yellow plastic bag for equipment to collect hair from the streets. Nice. That's my song. That's now this shit. Music's my life, man. Better mouth your watch around me, boy. The things I've seen and said. Nothing I can do. I'm the job for every man. Listen, boy, I don't start trouble. I fix it. I've been kicked out of every joint in Revachol. Come on, the night's still young. Okay, whatever thing.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname.
Get closer first.
The faded marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. Just chips in the sandstone.
Kim, look, bullet holes.
Where?
Point to the chips in the wall. Someone has been shot. We're cops. We should solve it. Nothing. Forget about it.
There? Those are old.
Oh, you mean like from the revolution? What do you mean old?
Yes, the one that happened half a century ago. Those bullets were fired during the revolution and do not warrant an investigation by officers of civil law.
Okay, what can you tell me about this revolution?
Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Shall we go?
We are still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sink.
It is such a pleasure to see you.
This plastic bag has Fritz Sick written on it in a dynamic, forceful manner that implies great prices. As you crack it open, a malty gust of air flies in your face. Smells of yeast and beer. Perfect place for tear. Missing hat, glasses, and bullets. Over here. Crime, romance. Active thoughts after dialogue option. Alter dialogue options. Thought bonuses differ for research and completion. Substance can be administered during dialogues. Tools are content sensitive. Equip them before use. Time passes when picking new dialogue options. Read books to pass time quicker. Gain experience by completing tasks or exploring. Leveling up grants you points. Use points to upgrade skills or unlock and forget thoughts. White skill checks can be rerolled. Explore options or level up to try again. Red skills check are permanent. Okay. Select. What the fuck?
Have you no shame?
Look,
I'm trying.
these manly men are playing balls. No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
See? You're munching and I hope you
Shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're old. You are letting down yourself and the team. Get in the damn game already. Doesn't matter what team. Pick a team. Any team. The blue team. You're letting them eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
see? I hope you
Shush. Ignore them. Eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky. This felt wrong. Wrong like touching your sister's.
Mon Dieu! Good job, officer.
There are no two more harmful words an athlete can hear than good. Mossback and his shitty ball are mocking you. You need to get angry. Use swear words. Mention spunk. Your muscle memory knew what to do and went for it, but there were gaps. Yeah, gaps you tried to fill with thinking. It felt like you were going for a thrust or a lunge. There was definitely gonna be jumping. Maybe you scored a point, but this is a fiasco.
What are you talking about? You just executed a pretty much perfect...
With a pinch of fit.
How are you ever going to get the officer's shit off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his ass? Probably because those rooster pants are squeezing you senseless. Whatever happened to practical?
Yes, officer. What do we need from this gentleman?
Unfortunately, I don't. In Martinet, cop is a pejorative. If I knew.
This is a man with a lot.
Yes.
Heavy.
Why what? Because that's what happened. Commies, sad. Should have fought this place. Yes. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Death. This here is
blood ground. You got old René.
Damn.
He approved.
The rest of.
Well.
You don't. They're not. I would.
This road.
Instead. This is just what the damn friss. This was rain. It's no use talking to. Ah, yeah.
Oh.
Cocaine.
A superpower. Decisive. Unless you
don't.
The Carabinier doesn't reply.
Oh.
You can't. That's why.
I'm satisfied.
Of course.
Philippe Zeta.
Higher realms. Of course.
It's real.
Yes, indeed.
Right. Unfortunate in Marticop is a pejorative. If I knew.
This is a man with a.
Unfortunate in Marticop is if I knew.
This is a man with.
Yes. Zeta. No.
Heavy.
Why what? Because that's what happens when. Fine. What do you want now? Ah, yeah.
Oh.
Cocaine.
A superpower. Right.
I have.
Yes. That.
René. Hello, officer. Let me think. I heard someone. No.
Then help. Respect.
I'm not.
Of course.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence? Evra.
What?
The old.
Let's try.
Lest we leave.
Oh. In many ways. Oh, yeah. Not the.
Of course. I hate this socialist rabble.
Writing. Oh.
Well, he tells his little.
Oh. In many. Oh, yeah. Not in.
Of course. I hate this socialist.
No. Sure, officer. No. Oh, that's the cochonnet. Well, then, the players aim to throw their bull. I could.
Is he denying you information when you clearly requested it? That's it. We're blowing the lid off this man jar. You need to know things.
Then there's measuring the distance between the bull and the cochonnet. I always measure ours, but usually it's done by the player who threw last. The opponent has a right to remeasure if he has doubt.
Can you believe this clown? This is information you must have, and he's stalling. Lives could be...
Yes, officer. Yes, I swear.
And that's how you break a man if the good cop and the bad cop have left for the day. Disturbing cop.
Yes, yes. I'm sorry, officer.
Good. Gaston finally understands the rules now. Let's see if it makes...
What was that all about? Some experimental interrogation technique you're honing? I know a weird cop when I see one. It doesn't work. Weird cop only confuses the suspect and the weird cop himself, while all he should have done was ask...
Just please ask them normal questions.
I'm sorry, officer.
The only one you have.
Believe me, officer. I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable.
You can barely hear him. the sweet smell of pickles in harmony with garlic butter and marinated onions emanating from the...
Fuck off! It's mine! Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his deer sandwich and he gets...
Sure, officer. No.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board. A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran Butter. A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran Butter. As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp.
There she is.
Around the borders of the water, the rectangular in the...
Ah, Marty. Let me see. Right, it has its problems.
There are many. The first row has 18. Not bad. The next, there are the last. That's it.
Those are... The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, fair point. This next... Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot. Even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the next... Right. Those are your...
Confirmed kills. That sounds pretty evil.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, there's... But it's...
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary...
Everyone has the... Personally, I find it helps to... Why not go...
It's meant in earnest.
Yes.
It's not a... The lieutenant, not...
Right.
You can now see your...
All around you, the spring looking up at the grey sky. You're sure you're not cheat the roof. Will you ever go? No, you are urban coast, coal city. Your hair. There's the great. You shut 2 Greek capes, hallways, a yard, a traffic jam, the road ascent to be in my standing.
I have a brother in the cut.
In the your vision blurs. Coalition air collapsed.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
It's raining. It was clear just an...
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you felt how strange. I certainly didn't put them there. Sylvie had the key.
On Clinton's.
Thank you anyway.
I think fugue states are more Yes?
The man ponders his cooking. You see a heavy... The worker. An old call box with
Kuno's got...
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno!
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong.
Shit coming up strong. I mean drugs.
Yeah,
Kuno's...
he should...
The fuck?
Goddamn right he's not a gardener. He's an athlete. Every rock connects, making the battered corpse look just like...
We shouldn't do... You will see.
What? You wanna fuck Kuno now? That's it? That's all you've got? No! Got your ass handed to you by the Kuno. Who's the man?
What was that, Kuno?
Nothing, see? Nothing. The...
He's calling us Kuno. He says...
Fuck no! Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Alright. Entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got. Kuno's...
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
Yeah? Kuno's in a fucking gang. In a bang gang. Kuno bangs for Magie. Bangs for...
He lays the names out there with pride and precision.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to help! Pigs!
Help! He's got the Kuno! Help! Help!
Escalate!
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody...
Look at his shit-eating grin. He knows there's nothing you can...
No!
This is...
Help! The pig's gagging!
You...
Listen to your... Kuno owns... Help!
rolling soup. He's having the time of his life. Total ecstasy.
He's flashing, Kuno! He's showing his genitals! If you... Help!
Rolling. He's having the time of his life.
He's flashing, Kuno! He's showing his Help! Misters!
Rolling. He's having...
He's flashing, Kuno! He's showing...
You put...
Listen to your...
Yeah!
The lieutenant.
Help! The RCM is trying to fuck... Look, I know you wanted to hit me. You got that... I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look. The Kuno's dad gets. The murder look. The rage look. I know what you thought. I'm gonna fuck that... You're...
Backing up was a bad idea.
Kuno,
No, you...
bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with...
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch.
Click, 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 click!
Shit, look.
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno! Pig's choking! He's totally
If I were to...
You have no idea what the usual is. Just ask whatever.
Kuno's fucking...
End of conversation.
Probably climbed. You heard... I don't know. Mesk or Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis. Just a couple of...
Yeah, you...
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems...
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
You're tested...
Get lost,
The fuck about it? You're
Get lost!
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his lip. Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen, listen. Kuno doesn't care about this smoke. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around. Except for that up there. Now you want performance?
The lieutenant remains silent.
Pig, believe it.
These could drastically... Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are...
Alright, don't do... As you can see...
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels...
No, he thinks you'll get the fuck... Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there. Look, Kuno doesn't explode...
Yeah, her.
The fuck? A mo... Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You...
I can't hear you, Kuno!
Shit, that's tense. Someone's...
The kid may have something there. He's already...
Kuno doesn't know. Stop turning! Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno's... Kuno thinks you have...
Kuno's...
Ease off, see? Kuno's... Shoot that shit at Kuno. Kuno...
Kuno, the pig stick looks like...
She means it. The fear is...
I'm going to...
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
You don't want to fuck...
You can...
I'll die before I squeal. Murd. I'll die before I squeal. I come...
Don't be...
I'll die before... What's this?
Get the...
I'll die before I...
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. You seem to be a cargo belt twists his
activity.
He's about to blow!
There are several footprints in the mud. An inconspicuous pile. It's nothing. Someone just... Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is...
Nothing. It's in the cabin as you...
Now.
Stuck in the rain in a...
Son, you've really let yourself go. It's a disgrace. But Coach Physical Instrument is going to get you back in prime condition, even if it takes 1,000,000 push-ups.
Coach Physical Instrument, does that mean you'll call me a maggot and Nancy boy to motivate me? Yes, sir. Forge me into organic steel, coach.
It's going to take blood, sweat, piss, and tears. But when I'm done with you, boy, you will be a master athlete.
Wait, why piss?
When a man sets his mind and body on something and gives his 110%, he is sometimes going to piss himself. It just happens. No shame in that.
Let's do this, coach. I'm with you.
Behold, world. Here walks a sportsman, hands choked and hair kept back with a bandana. The Homo Athleticus.
Nice. So you're minding your own business, trying to get some detective work done, when suddenly a voice emerged from within you and told you you're a wuss, a namby-pamby assisting a limp jellyfish. This voice has zero gender sensitivity and even less empathy for underwhelming athletic performance. Try to purposely piss it off, see if it teaches you something. Pretend you don't know the difference between a double and a single support phase in the discipline of hammer throw. It hates that. Okay.
It is such a pleasure to see you.
I like playing in the dark.
Did all this already. Just gotta skip all this shit.
This coin operates. The metal fills
Probably soon.
a thick under the goof. The chest looks old and withered. This coin operated. Your money did the curtain, the lenses, its leaves, the little brave.
Really? I don't have the...
The little brave.
Wait, what?
The sight of bullet holes faded.
Where? There? Yes, the one that had not much.
A lonely corpsman that surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. The belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
In the dimming light, some things become clearer. Why am I looking at this wall? Okay, I can't do shit with that. Nice.
Are you trying to sneak up on me?
Apparently, she doesn't.
Pigs come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
If anything, you're afraid she'll take you out one day.
No, why would you even say that? Are you sleeping right now? I'm sorry for
Then why are you sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea to scare me, pig. Not a good idea at all.
Mazovian socioeconomics.
What?
0.000% of communism has been...
Oh, I got this before. Okay.
Trying to sneak up on...
A garden hose. This won't be of use until the snow melts.
There must be another way into the building.
Can't get involved in this.
Yo, why was that so loud? The fuck? Just scared me. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. A balcony with a view to the yard and the hanging. Okay. These barrels are half full of rainwater. Just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. The smoker up there could be a witness. Talk to him. Fucking locked. See if it open this shit. Orange bum hat. Rhetoric. A highlight was rhetoric, make you an impressive political beast, one whose beliefs are impenetrable, which is to say, one whose mind will not change, one who will calcify. With low rhetoric, though, you'll have a hard time of shooting down any argument. Nailing people to their testimonies will be nigh impossible. But my reaction speed goes up. So my reaction speed makes your twitch reflex freakishly good. However, when your body acts before your mind, innocent situations can turn bad fast. You're high-strung, overly alert. At low levels, though, you won't be the one shooting first, which probably means you won't be shooting at all. Okay. So this goes down by 1. This goes up by 1. So it's 1 and 3. Right, let's go. Fuck it. Another splattering of bullet holes on this wall. I think that's it for this area. I'm going over here. We're gonna explore this after. And I have to come back on Wednesday. So on the third day at 7:15, I need to open the new area. 2200. I have to debrief and then probably go to bed. So I got 2 more hours, or an hour and 57 minutes to be exact. Alright. Try to push through this shit.
Sir, step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. Hello, I am the law. Hi. We're gonna do hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stumps her feet to feel warmer. What kind of a store is this anyway? Is it okay if I ask you some questions? Let's do the first one. What kind of a store is this anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
Felt my encyclopedia. What is a book? What's a postcard? What's a board game? Don't be ridiculous. I know all these things. What is a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
What's a postcard?
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
She is unfazed by your questions. She would consider it impolite to point out any perceived weirdness.
Kind girl. What's a board game?
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
Interesting,
My
thanks.
pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
See, I gain XP every time I ask for knowledge because my intelligence is low, but my physical attributes and my emotional, being attuned to my emotions, are a lot stronger. So I'm less likely to lose morale and less likely to lose health because I have such a strong physical and mental capacity. I built my character that way. So that's why asking questions in intelligence, it increases my knowledge and also makes me be better in the intelligence route. Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
They're not. Well, actually, the questions. Who are these? What is your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organizing the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signaling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna go get something to fucking snack on. I'm hungry. Sorry about that, guys. Taking care of my dog. Also streaming. Picking up the house. In the perfect world, I would love to just do this shit. Come here, Zoe. Go to bed. Had to take my dog out, chill with her for a bit. Ori. I'm sitting that the store is open. Okay, sudden. Your code, can I help in some way? I should have a word with the store owner, maybe. Such a good trooper you are, already learning the value of hard work. I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. Such a good trooper, you already learning.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store. My name is Annette. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signaling that the store...
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages.
Kind of you to offer, sir.
What could you do to help her anyway?
I should have a word with the store owner, maybe.
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Shouldn't you be at school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Isn't going to school more important than this? School is stupid. You're lucky not to be there. What is school anyway?
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Cursed in what way? Good to hear that it's going well. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Cursed in what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
bankrupt? Ass up? Saying nothing?
Well, they run out of money and have to stop doing business.
I don't think curses are real. This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. Narrow your eyes and look it through the...
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case. But I don't see much more to look into here.
Yes, please do look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games you asked about are also there, sir.
What do you know about the other failed businesses? How does this curse manifest itself? Yeah, what do you know about the other failed businesses?
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
How does this curse manifest itself?
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather.
But Clem, the plasmic manifestation.
No such thing.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
It does not manifest itself in any way.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
Enough about that curse for now.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
What is school anyway?
School? Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say...
The gale wind blows in from the coast, a wind of needles. It wraps itself around a building of brick and mortar. Somewhere, a clamor rings through the honeycomb of classrooms.
What is this feeling?
Remorse. The parquet of assembly halls. The rows of stall bars are growing cold. The corridors stand empty. A girl's voice somehow finds its way through this strange feeling.
See remorse. The parkwood of assembly halls. The rows of stall bars are growing cold. The corridors stand empty. A girl's voice somehow finds its way through the strange feeling.
You haven't heard a word of what she's been saying these past few moments. You only hear.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed. Mum says it's peachy.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You
Just to
sense
hear
the
that it's
boards
going well. I'm
creaking,
sure there's nothing.
twisting for a second.
Cursed in the way that makes...
Very good.
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far. They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses. Of course, sir. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum. Mum says it's necessary to do both because Mum says it's peak.
Behind her, the window has been boarded.
My name isn't. Feel free to step in.
What is this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Wait, not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is. Why would anyone want to read about crime? Okay, I get it. Crime, murder, yeah.
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way.
You don't look much like a policeman.
Well, what does a cop look like then? Okay, then maybe I'm not sure. Yeah, what does a cop look like
Didn't
then?
mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
What you see a shopping vest opportunity. I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy, then I decided to live a little. You know, nobody actually looks like the guy in the picture. That's just a stupid fantasy of a man. It's not your body that's important in police work. It's not your body that's important in police work. Anyway, it's your points to your head. Well, look at that guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen. Actually, I had other questions.
What's that mean?
You know, cut loose, raise hell, blast.
And everything's better now, sir?
I don't know.
Why is that?
Look at me, a hideous beast, a failure of a cop, a disgrace. A man can never be truly happy with who he is whenever.
Sir, please, sir, don't say things like that. You look nice enough.
Nice enough for a small child, sure, maybe.
Don't be sad, sir. I'm sorry I said that thing about Dick Mullen.
You know, nobody actually looks like the guy in the picture. That's just a stupid
Head.
No, your resilience.
Grit, a total disregard for personal safety. You gotta take the pain. This Mullen guy looks like he'd run.
That's a bit childish.
A dick with no balls. Spam.
Say what, sir? Of course, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for you. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady? What about when both of the men are bad? What about when everybody is... What about a book where the man and lady business?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
I see.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about when both of the men are bad? What about when everyone is poor? What about when the man and lady...
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah, you think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup.
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
No, think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination, only it's really long and drawn out, scarred for life, phantom limb.
No, I don't know.
You can take this. Blossom like a pain flower.
Yeah, and it drags on for years and years with no resolution
The
in sight.
girl is at a loss for words.
Each of you filling with resentment and bitterness for having ruined each other's
She
lives.
shifts and sways on her feet.
Each of you
looking
turn at the other's
confused
innards, living
and
a gaping
uncomfortable.
emptiness, a vacuum heart that still hurts ceaselessly.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how to help you.
I don't need help. I need a real book that tells it how it is, not the drivel. Why can't you help me? I'm beyond help, right?
Sir, sorry, sir.
It's time to leave it be. You're about to make a child cry. Are you proud of yourself? You're not really an automaton. You do know that.
Yes, sir. It's the type of book where there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir. I haven't read many of those. I don't think it's a
You can take this. The girl,
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how to help you. Sir, sorry, sir. I'm still little.
This is your tiny chance for redemption.
Yes, sir. It's the type of there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man. That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life. Not in romance books, sir. These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting. I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum. I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
You can take this. Blossom like a pain flower. The girl,
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how to help. Sir, sorry, sir. I'm still little. I can't.
Excuse me? I'm not sure I heard that properly.
Wonderful.
I'm sorry, sir. Yes, sir.
Who are these famous
Oh,
people?
kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to find the secret.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from
Reading
reading
those
them.
doesn't make the reader more famous, does it?
But it does make the famous people.
They're all dogs.
Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day. I'm famous for vain people. I have better things to do.
Why would they do that, sir?
Because I'll be a superstar cop in the papers and everything, and I'll show.
That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Hey, why do you keep your hands
What do
folded?
you mean, sir?
She knows where this is going.
You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help. You can show them to me.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of a facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals.
Okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
There were a few other hints.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive reflex.
One more, but I can figure out why you bite your nails. I got a few reasons in mind. You think so? Fine.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
You're uptight because of your mother and the pressure she's putting on you. Rats have been nibbling your fingers, child labor and
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
Either way, another ace deduction by the number one detective in town.
It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You think so? Fine, do better to do something about me.
You're quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
Wait, how do you know I'm usually not? When I'm having a grand, I'm also sad and my head hurts.
Because you usually aren't.
Yeah, about that. Maybe you could point me towards booze.
Fritz, maybe? Alcohol is not good for you, sir.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow. Coach physical instrument. Wait, how did you know all those hammer throw techniques? How do you know how to hold a discus? Or the world youth record in discus? Something doesn't add up here. This mushy thing between your ears didn't know the name of the city you're in, but it comes loaded with trivia about the correct chin position of a shot-put ball. Could it be that? Shut up, namby-pamby. This train of thought ends abruptly. It's leg day. Straighten your rhombus muscle. It's shirts versus skins. Take your shirt off, Namby. Your skins.
So if I take my shirt off, I get +2 physical instrument. That's nice. Left wing dialogue options.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. What are you, deaf? They're perfect. Like rock star. Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop. Yeah, you know. Beneath it is just heartbreak, a pulmonary tract infection, atherosclerotic disease. This is where you say action and reconceptualize all that. Reinvent it. With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an
Yeah, I remember that.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Let's play some when it does that music, it means it's hardcore.